Man, I am really good at Hearthstone. You know what? Actually, I should be playing the next fight night. You know what? I think I can find 3 other people in this building who will play with me. Yo, Evan, what's up, man? Yo, so listen, I was thinking, maybe we gather our own 4 guys and we participate in Hearthstone. Me, you, and some of the other people.
You playing Hearthstone? Dan, you're no good at Hearthstone, man.
Hey, Victoria. So I'm really sorry I couldn't make it to the Christmas party last time, but I know how we can make it up to you. See, there's this thing that we do called Fight Night Hearthstone, and I'm trying to gather my own team of 4 players, and I was thinking maybe we play on the team, you know, since I'm really good and you're pretty good yourself, maybe we can get together and win some of that $5,000. What do you think? Vic?
Ich spreche kein Englisch.
Yo, Flo, the lab producer. Listen, man, I know you're really busy and all because there's all these vouchers and stuff coming in, but if you have a few minutes, I feel like if we gather our own Hearthstone team and compete in Fight Night, then we can make some more money, and who better to ask than the money man himself. So, you know, I was thinking maybe we get...
Sorry, no. The fossil has spoken.
Fuck. So I couldn't find my Hearthstone team, but maybe you can. ESGN TV is looking for a Hearthstone team to come compete in Berlin, Germany in the next season of Fight Night Hearthstone. And if you and 3 other people are interested, send a video application of why you guys should be competing to here. Golden ticket at esgntv.com. Good luck. Maybe you'll have better chances than I did.
Must be 18 or older to enter. Only 1 entry per team. By applying, you agree that your video may be published and publicly mocked. All applicants must have a passport, maintain good personal hygiene, and not suck at Hearthstone.
We hope you prepared for more Fight Night.
All right, well, we have the deck that Forsen has chosen. He has chosen to use the class Druid, but it's definitely a deck you guys have never seen before.
Yeah, Druid is one of those classes that you queue up ranked, and then you run into it a lot.
Yeah.
And you can kind of imagine every single card in the deck when you do run into it. And this is not that type of Druid.
Yeah, no, this is the type of Druid where you're playing on ranked, but you rank 22, and you're like, what are these cards that are coming out of this deck? What is this Druid deck that I'm playing against? But Forsen is like a high legendary player. This guy is really, really good. So this deck, it must work, I guess.
Well, there is the unknown factor. Druid is such a strong class, and a lot of the disadvantage, a lot of the reasons why people are able to beat it is because they expect everything. That's
a very good point, and I think a lot of these cards are absolutely not going to be expected by Ek0p.
Absolutely not.
So, I mean, let's go ahead and just jump into this game, and
let's see.
I want to see how Ek0p reacts to this.
Absolutely.
All right, so here we go, Ek0p, and you know what? Let's go ahead and throw that deck list up on the screen for people to be able to really take a look at just how different it is from, just from anything that we normally see from Druid. And I really like what you said about how it's going to be. Normally, you know every card that's going to come. You're like, okay, this turn you're going to play Druid of the Claw, but that's not going to be the case this game.
Well, it might be the case. Druid of the Claw is in the deck.
Okay, yeah, that turn is going to be Druid of the Claw, but everything else might be a bit different.
Right. If you look at the top of the deck, or if you look at the bottom of the deck, both are very unusual. You got Mark of the Wild's Wild Growths, and then on the bottom you have a 1 of Molten Giant.
It's pretty crazy, man.
It's one of those cards that, it's a comeback in the game card, but you never expected to see it in a Druid deck.
No, you don't.
So you're like, well, I've already won. Ek0p's probably already thinking about the face he's going to make when he's going to BM finish, and then the Molten Giant's going to come out with a legendary.
And it's going to surprise the hell out of him, that's for sure. And there's a bunch of other weird cards in here as well, as you can see. But let's take a look at this.
Whoa.
Uh-oh, is that a coined Pagel?
That's a coin Pagel to a fish, actually.
Oh my god, Golden Pagel, man. You have to get a Golden Pagel.
What do you think of this card? You like this card?
Which one, Pagel?
Yeah, maybe specifically Golden Pagel.
Well, Golden Pagel's really good. My regular Pagel, he doesn't draw anything for me. He's actually really bad.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, he goes for the Druid ability into the Pagel.
Well,
you have to be pretty happy about that.
Yeah, well, that tells you that it's probably going to be like a Wrath coming out or something like that. So why not throw out another minion, like this Wild Pyromancer, and see if maybe that can draw the removal instead of the Pagel. And look at that, a second draw.
Another fish.
Oh, man. Oh, man, Pagel.
Oh, man.
So gross.
Prophecy is coming true.
Indeed it is.
The game is pretty rough already. And nothing is even attacked. We may see the first attack right now. Here we go.
Well, I mean, what do you do here? Do you go for, like, just the Stormforged?
Oh, I think you can Earthshock the Loot Hoarder, deny the draw.
Yeah, but that does the 1 damage to everything, too, because of the Wild Pyro.
That's
I think
right.
you want to save his health for now.
Yeah, because the Druid would then kill it for free.
Yeah, so because I think the only other play was the Feral Spirit, because then at least that blocks the attack into him, even though, you know,
Yeah.
obviously there's some value
The issue
swipes and stuff that can happen.
Which would probably would happen as
Yeah.
it was just drawn.
Indeed.
Yeah.
He has a Wrath here as well.
Oh, man.
And, I mean, he does have that Keeper. I think the right player is
the
Keeper for sure.
Yeah.
Just take out this Wild Pyromancer, and then he'll be able to kill Pagel next turn, possibly. But, you know, with the kind of cards in his hand right now, I don't even expect
That's not going to be the case with the Feral Spirits. We're going to keep on fishing, I think.
Well, you know, if he draws a couple more cards, that's pretty much his game to lose, right?
Well, Pagel just missed a draw there.
What?
Yeah. It turns out it doesn't draw every turn. It's only 50% of the turns. Are you aware of that? The Golden Pagel doesn't actually modify...
The Golden Pagel has different text. The Golden Pagel draws 75% of the turns.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that does...
That's why you got to get that dust, man. I hear you have a lot of dust, Crip.
I do have a lot of dust.
How much dust do you have?
I think we're approaching about 50,000.
You're like hoarding the dust. You're actually going to mess up the Hearthstone economy.
Well, fortunately, there isn't an economy. It's just how much you save.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. I understand now. Thanks.
Yeah.
All right, well, it looks like he's going to go ahead and kill off both these wolves this turn, having to use a Wrath. Going to take some damage as well on his Keeper. And that Keeper probably going to go down to the Axis next turn.
I don't imagine any other scenario.
Yeah. Well, now let's go ahead and take a look. What is Ek0p going to be doing
the
here?
game is favoring Ek0p, but right now he doesn't. Manatide.
How many cards is he going to draw? I want them both.
2.
Oh, man.
He doesn't have a very strong board, and Druid can tempo out, especially with some of the cards that we know are in here.
That's true. But does he go ahead and utilize this hand to get rid of everything that's out there, do you think? I don't really.
Well, you can
like
charge
it.
into the Manatide, I guess.
Yeah, well, that's actually about it, really.
You can silence the Manatide, but if you leave creatures against the Shaman, they could always flame tongue them into yours again.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind charging that Manatide.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a Golden Pagel. So what if you get rid of the Golden Pagel instead?
It is a Golden Manatide as well.
Oh god, that's right. Yeah, actually, Ek0p disenchanted like every single card that we aren't using this weekend, so that we can just all use golds in basically every deck. So
Yep.
that's very nice of him. But his collection is very, very small at this point. Well, I think charge is probably the right play here.
Well, you can swipe and innervate Keeper to kill both of them, but you'd need some real hate for Pagel to pull off that move.
Indeed you would. If he uses swipe and Keeper, like, I think you just have to tell yourself, Pagel isn't drawing next turn. He's drawn enough already.
Okay.
That's what I always tell myself when I skip killing a Pagel and, like, save an extra card. Oh my god, he's really thinking about it. You know what?
Well, we know that if he Druid of the Claw charges the Manatide, the Druid of the Claw will die to the Fire Elemental weapon.
Yeah.
And this is probably what he's thinking as well. With as many cards that have been drawn, it's quite a likely scenario.
All right, so actually he's going to save that swipe for now.
That is actually better than both the things we talked about, because
Indeed.
if he Druid of the Claws, it's going to die just the same as the 2/4, and you might as well throw the 2/4 out there. And we see the play that we expected Ek0p to make.
Yeah, getting that Fire Elemental on the board, very, very nice. And as we see, Even though the Pegel doesn't draw this turn, he now has a Gadgetzan in hand with a ton of spells at his disposal. So Ek0p is not going to be lacking in cards at all this game.
Right. The other thing to consider is that we just saw the Druid play out both his silences without silencing anything. So that Gadgetzan's going to have to die to direct damage. And...
well, he does have that one swipe in hand still.
Yeah.
So that's good. But the thing is, the swipe could even be used before then.
Well, we got the Sylvanas draw.
Yeah, kind of cool to see that.
Is he going to Tinking, though? If he's Tinking, I feel that he'd be very familiar with what Ek0p is playing, because that is the only way he can silence something.
Yeah. Oh, well, there you have it. That was a good tink right there.
Yep. Do we see the swipe? Oh, my.
Well, it's either swipe or innervating out Sylvanas, I think. I mean,
do you really want to innervate out Sylvanas? What are you going to get? The squirrel?
Yeah, I mean, that is the problem, right? And, well, the thing is, she'll probably draw out a Hex or something, he's thinking. He's like, okay, let's just get this Hex out of the way, because I know you have to have it with how many cards you've drawn.
Well, he just drew it.
Yeah. Well, I assumed as much, right? Like,
yeah.
This is the way this game is going with this Pegel out there, right?
Okay. So he's going to Argus, so now the squirrel is twice as strong.
And the squirrel can take out the tank. So he's going to continue to have the board.
And continue to have the Pegel. And the Pegel, nope,
oh,
no draw.
Even after he becomes a taunt and has that +1.
Oh no, Pegel. Oh, Pegel might live.
I don't... well, yeah, I guess you're right, actually. Pegel
I believe
will
there's
live
like
once
2 lightning
again.
bolts in the hand or something. With the Auctioneer, you can't feel that bad about
I would
playing
assume that like nothing is ever going to live for Forsen, based upon how many cards that Ek0p has drawn this game and the fact that he's a shaman. Like,
well, here's the thing. You got Alakir, you got 2 Rockbiters in hand.
oh my god, that's right. Well, here he can actually just go like Argent and sacrifice. That's actually pretty good. Like, he can get overloaded this turn, but I think he probably wants to save turn 10 completely free for that Alakir.
Yep, and that's exactly what he does.
Yeah. Very good play. And Ek0p just in complete control of this game the entire time. It's too bad, too, because this deck, I really want to see what else Forsen Druid can do.
Well, a spell damage swipe is something.
Yeah, it is something.
The question is
Pegel
Pegel really going to live?
Pegel is always going to live.
Oh my.
Oh my god. Look at this Pegel. He was coined on the first turn, and we are now up to 9 mana.
Yep.
And I guess he's actually only drawn about half the times, right?
8 flips.
Yeah, he's drawn 4 cards, I think?
I'm not sure.
3 or 4, I believe.
He has too many, so...
Alright, now how do we keep Pegel alive for the next turn? That's the question.
Wow. Okay. You can just
I think he's
Earthshock,
going to let him
guess.
die, to be honest. He's thinking about Gadgetzan Earthshock, maybe?
I mean, you can draw into stuff, and you can Rockbiter. But if you Rockbiter, then that's 6 less damage from Alakir.
Yeah, I'm sure that he wants to save that, but is that actually the right play here? Like, isn't it better to just be like, well, I mean, I'm killing him so hard, if I just continue to kill him, kill all the stuff on his board, he's never going to end up winning this.
The thing is, if you leave the Drake alive, the Drake threatens the Auctioneer.
Yeah.
And that Auctioneer has a lot of value with your hand right now.
Indeed.
So going through a Rockbiter may actually be okay.
Yeah, I actually like the Rockbiter here. I think he should go for it. Well, let's see. It looks like he wants to Earthshock first and see what he gets. Lightning Storm. No biggie. And it looks like he is going to go ahead and do that Rockbiter as well. Again, a very good play, I would say.
The Feral Spirit's very good. Can protect the Auctioneer some more.
Indeed, and draw another card. He has so many spells in hand still, and he even has that Unbound. Oh god, now a Blood Mage to add to it all. Look at how gold his hand is, by the way. It's like crazy.
Mm-hmm. There goes Ysera.
Well,
Time to draw Hex. Or kill him.
He'll probably just draw Hex, though, right?
Yeah.
That's the better play.
Oh, that's
Lightning Bolt?
Lightning
Well,
Bolt.
I mean, he can still kill him anyways.
So what do we have here? We have Alakir for 12, then for 5, that's 17, plus the Lightning Bolt 20 is 4 off.
4 off of death. Well, I don't think that the Druid is likely to kill him next turn, but you know what? A Savage Roar plus Call of the Wild could do it.
Well, Ysera does do the 5.
Yeah.
And got the Awakens from the Dream.
That's
and
right.
That's a very nice one to get against the Shaman.
Well, he's going to go ahead and play the Wolves out.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, well, that's good. And that's a pretty good play right there. Pagel gonna gain even more value by killing that off now. This Pagel, man, is so
And
crazy.
flipping another.
All right, let's see it.
Nope,
No. Well, plenty of thanks coming out of his opponent.
flip. There's the Awaken, which is actually very good.
Very good play. And that actually brings him very low on life right now.
If he doesn't hero ability, he's dead, and he just didn't hero ability,
Well,
so he's going to die.
yes. Yeah, well, no. He's only got 6 because he's
dead.
he's
no,
overloaded.
This is. Oh, he is overloaded.
Yeah,
That's true.
so he can't do it this turn.
Oh man.
But you know what? He can go ahead, play some spell power. He can absolutely remove this board very, very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
What if Ek0p loses this? What if that happened?
Well, what is in the hand right now for a Forsen? He's got
Well,
the
he's got a
Mark
couple,
of the Wilds.
Yeah, he's got 2 of those.
He's got some surprise damage.
He does have surprise damage.
And just some general surprise, actually.
Yeah.
So general surprise plus a surprise damage. We should see something out of Ek0p.
Well, I mean, that is a lot of surprise damage, actually, now that I think about it. Hold on. I'm, like, re-looking at his deck. He's not playing Savage Roar.
No.
That's so weird.
Well,
It's like just, that's
Fight
the thing that
Fight
you
Night
always
3,
prepare
Fight
for.
Night 4. It was a surprise to see the Savage
Yeah,
Roar.
and now it's a surprise not to see it.
Yeah.
It's funny how the
times
metagame
change.
shifts at this
Yeah.
tournament.
You got the Earth Shock. You can kill the board, deny the draw. Very powerful stuff.
Yeah.
Denying the draw is extremely good when you have board and card advantage.
All right, so let's see what he's got here now.
Oh man, is
It's-
it going to be the 4/8 Pagel taunt?
It could be. You know, he's used both hexes,
both
and
hexes.
he's used 1 Earth Shock. So that's actually something that's really hard to deal with. But if he draws, I mean, he'll probably draw the other Earth Shock, right? Like that's the right plays to draw that. He could charge.
No,
and get
I
plus
think
2.
we've seen both Earth Shocks.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, we just saw the second one used there, and the first one was used to clear the board of the Rock Fighter.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, he does go ahead and use that Mark of the Wild, which would probably leave Ek0p scratching his head. And suddenly, board control at very low life totals goes to Forsen.
Okay. Well, what do you do here?
Yeah, I think that this is probably pretty smart to
Fire
do
Elemental
that.
and let him keep the Pagel, or do you Rock Biter? Oh no, you can't kill it. Oh yeah, you can kill it. Wild Pyro Rock Biter.
Oh, yeah. Well, he should have done
Yeah, he
that
should
before.
have done that first, yeah.
That was definitely a mistake there.
Because now the Fire Elemental takes damage, and then it died a swipe very easily.
Well, it looks like he's actually just not going to Rock Biter here, just saving that still.
Oh man.
Dude, this is
This
actually,
surprises.
I just got chills because look, he's still got that Mark of Wild in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
So
That is not an expected move right
you
now.
can hero power into the Fire Elemental, swipe the Fire Elemental, play the Molten for free, and
Wow.
then play the Black Knight.
Wow, yeah, you're right.
But he'd die.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's...
he'd die to the Alakir.
No, because the Mark of the Wild gives taunt.
Well, you can't play the Mark of the Wild if you swipe in Black Knight.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, just skip the Black Knight.
You think you'd skip the Black Knight?
Yeah, save it for Alakir.
Okay.
Then what's Alakir gonna do? I think he is thinking about the swipe. Attacking in and doing the swipe. We've already seen... Did we see both Lightning Bolts used? And we saw 1 Rock Biter. So there's not
Yeah.
as much burst damage left, and with no silences likely left, I guess there's still a possible Tinkmaster.
Yeah, Tinkmaster is still fairly
Yeah.
common in Shaman from what I've seen.
Yeah.
It I don't believe is in this lineup though.
Yeah, he did not play it in this deck, I don't believe. So yeah, he didn't. In fact, we can even check that out. But he's just really thinking deeply right now.
And do I want to go to 10 life here?
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
Turns out he does.
And well, I think Ek0p is going to be rather surprised about that one.
Yep, we see a lot of blinking and a comment.
Yes, indeed. Well, you don't expect that. This is what you were talking about, the Molten Giant. This is kind of crazy. And Ek0p is like, this is not a good situation. I think that you probably have to
it is a
sack
good
your
situation,
Alakir, right?
No, because he just drew a Flame Tongue. He can Flame Tongue Alakir, sack the Pyro, and take off the bubble into the Giant. That's 10 damage. Alakir lives. You got a
Oh,
Flame
wow,
Tongue.
yeah, that's right. And that's actually really, really nice. Looks like he goes ahead and wins this anyways.
Oh, it's not lethal.
All right. So he's going to go ahead, take out this giant, deal that 5 damage, and this is the last legs for Forsen.
It's not over. Certainly not, because we have the Black Knight.
Yeah.
And Ek0p has a Rock Biter, but that's it. That's a good card to draw as well. But I think you Black Knight.
I think you Black Knight too. The Black Knight is the move where you're trying to win the game, whereas the other one is just trying to stay alive.
Yeah.
So I have to agree with you. The Black Knight and just do a hero power, that's going to be the best you can do, and you just hope that they don't have anything else with charge. Like, the thing is, it's 6 damage, so I mean, you could always think that there's going to be like an Argent coming out at you. Well, Argent plus Rock Bite or something like that.
That is actually a possibility.
It is a possibility.
But really, if they have an Argent and you don't Black Knight here, you have to Black Knight against the Argent, which will die anyway. So I think it is the Black Knight. You have to take the risk. If you're behind, these are the risks that you have to take.
Indeed. Well, he does go ahead with that Black Knight. And again, you know, this is such a crazy game because it felt like Ek0p was going to crush it all game long. And
well, he's not losing.
No, he's not losing, but the amount that's being fought back here is actually quite startling.
Well, we got the double spell power, and it can kill the Black Knight, and it will certainly kill the Pagel if he does do the move. And I think with one card on Forsen's hand, I think it is the move.
Well, you really, yeah. I mean, I guess if it's like a force of nature, that would be lethal for him. So he's might be thinking about something like that because you expect to see a force of nature in any druid deck.
Oh, 2 cards left.
He only has 2 cards left in his deck.
Ek0p only has 2 cards left in his deck.
Oh my
he might
God.
not be able to seal the game.
You know,
he's thinking of double lightning storming because if he doesn't kill the oh, he did get the spell.
Well, that's a really good one right there.
Yeah, if he doesn't get the spell, if he doesn't get the kill on the Black Knight, he's gonna have to use both lightning storms.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he might just die.
I think that both lightning storms is actually fine here.
Yeah.
In fact, this is what I would do. I would actually go double lightning storm here because I just want that board clean. And the thing is, if his minions
you might do it in one.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
Easy game.
Easy, no problem. Game still isn't over yet. Forsen has a lot of cards left.
And those are pretty good cards.
Yeah, I mean, this is okay. I can't complain. I think there's just no question that he plays this right out. And
the thing is, we know that the last 2 cards in the deck contain the Argent Commander, I believe. Don't they?
Yeah, I don't think he's used... Wait, did he use it earlier on?
I'm not sure.
Sometimes hard to remember. Let's see what he gets.
He used that last game. He gets...
Flame Tongue Totem.
Ooh. Okay.
Whoa. This is so funny about the Azure Drake. It's gonna like speed up his own death, but the thing is he needs muscle out there on the board.
Yeah, he is in really bad shape right now. He's trying to figure out if he can kill the Ancient, and he can. It would be the Flame Tongue on the 3-1. That would make it 5, the Rock Biter 8, and the Totem on the right 10. And that would put the Flame Tongues together, so each of them are useful.
Not too bad.
Oh, right, I guess he did use it because it's not here.
It's not there. Okay, so...
He's gonna Lightning Storm, perhaps? He could do that as well. Lightning Storm is guaranteed 5. How much more use can you get out of that one?
No, that's true. The guaranteed 5.
The Rock Biter is better than the Lightning Storm right now. Yeah, I think the Lightning Storm was a little better.
All right, so he's going to go ahead, hit for 8 right there, and then, of course, going to be 2 in a second. Still, though, his life getting precariously low, and he's going to take 2 damage next turn, so if 7 can somehow be done, the game is over.
Well, 2 really good draws and 1 completely useless one.
Yeah. All right. So... Look at that, the spamming of sorry. Okay, so 2 more damage done right there. He's down to 6. Oh my god. All right, so he's going to take 3 from that next turn.
I think Spelljam's going to be the best. And there it is.
It's a good draw. He obviously has to play the Unbound. It doesn't make sense not to.
Yeah, you have to play every card.
Yeah. Play all your cards out and see if your opponent can solve that puzzle.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. How much damage does he get?
It doesn't matter.
6?
He has to keep the totems.
Yeah. And... Well, I guess we just... This is coming down right to the end, isn't it,
last
Crip?
card.
This is actually kind
Get
of
that
crazy.
swipe? We getting
What is
swipe?
it? What is it? What is it? Oh my god. Oh man. Well, let's see.
There's a way out.
There's a way out. 1 in 5. Praise Ragnaros. It would be so fitting for that card to win the game, wouldn't it?
After those pagels.
Yeah. Here we go. Here we go, man. Oh my god. And that is that.
Really close game.
Oh my god, down to 2 health against 3 health here. No cards in deck. And that
And
is
some pretty
it.
hefty fatigue too.
Oh my god,
I mean,
yeah.
He didn't have another turn regardless of...
Yeah. He just had to kill right there.
Yeah.
An absolutely crazy game there. Forsen going
Certainly.
down. And he's going to have to just use his last deck. Ek0p up 2-0.
Yeah.
That was just such a crazy game, Crip. Let's throw it
was
over
a
to
pretty crazy
Frodan
game.
and see what the players are thinking.
How are you feeling right now about your matches?
He got pretty lucky that game, to be honest. Like, I played way better. It was just like some few things that he rolled the totem that he needed, and then exactly the spell power, and he got the Black Knight, so I couldn't kill the Flame Tongue. And
On the turn next year.
yeah, I don't know. I got a really bad start as well. Like my least drop was 4 and a Tink Master and stuff like that. So I don't know.
So it's coming down to your last deck. Which class are you playing?
I'm playing Shaman.
You feel confident you can take it all the way home?
Yeah, I can beat every of his deck with my Shaman deck. I know what kind of decks he's playing, so it all comes down to whether he fishes like a mother.
All right, well, good luck in the third match, man. Must be feeling pretty good right now.
Oh yeah, man, that game was fucking crazy. Holy shit.
Were you scared at all that he could potentially... Because that's a really weird deck that you don't normally see. Were you scared of any kind of combos? Because it looked like you were kind of hesitant towards the late game.
Oh yeah, I mean, totally. Once he played as the Seraph Awakening, I was scared like shit. I mean, I was having fun, total control, until he got that one Seraph card that completely wrecked my board. I was like, no way, man. But then, yeah, it came down to the final card, and fortunately, it turned out okay for me.
And you must be feeling pretty good now. You're up 2-0, and now he's down to his last deck. So you think you can take it all the way home for DogeHouse?
Yeah, I mean, we can take it home. I mean, Shaman mirror match right now, I feel pretty confident in the mirror matchup. So yeah, and even if I lose, I still have 2 decks remaining.
All right, well, you're drawing pretty well. Good luck in the third game.
Thanks, man.
We'll be right back with Fight Night.
People say I'm lucky. I don't know why.
This just in. Nimsh makes leprechauns cry.
ESGN TV's daily news. Just watch.